Hi guys. Thanks a lot, bro. Thanks a lot. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ritik Jana. How are you?
So I'm fine here. So
Okay, heartiest congratulations once again. It's
thanks a lot, sir.
always wonderful to see you.
So
So, I hope all our young aspirants, boys and girls, must have joined by now, so we can
yes,
start
sir.
our conversation.
So
So, all of them are confined to their homes, and it's a wonderful time to really prepare for the SSB. So
right,
here,
sir.
boys and girls, in front of you is a dynamic young man named
So
Ritik Zana. And he's very inspiring personality. In spite of 9 times he being conference out. Look at this man. He was down but never out. He kept
so
going. What kept him going? Let's find it out today. And Ritik Jana, first thing I would like to ask you, so finally, how did you made it? I would like to hear briefly about that.
so it's been a very long journey, sir.
Okay.
Actually, I have been hailing from a defense background itself. So I have an intention to join armed forces since my childhood itself. My father has been serving in NCC, so I also joined it. After which I got to know about the Air Force and Air Force entries and all. Finally, the NCC itself gave me this opportunity, the special entry, which I got in finally. So the process was really tough as I have been conference out regularly, continuously. So it has been a very tough situation for me. Means I was thinking like what I was thinking actually is, am I even qualified enough to be an officer or not? That question has been coming into my mind time and again, because after achieving all those things in NCC, being the All India Best Cadet also, if I am the person who is failing, then who is the person who can achieve this particular goal? That was in my mind, sir.
Okay, that's very interesting, Jana. And what will be inspiring for all these candidates and the young boys and girls is, what is it which kept you going? I would like to hear that. That will be a wonderful message for all those repeaters who always have doubts in their mind. What kept you going? How did you ensure that your morale doesn't go down? What did you finally prepare? How did you prepare for your final attempt? Yeah.
So as I have been into various SSBs before, so initially I didn't knew the process itself. So the process, knowing the procedure was the initial thing which I also learned from you, sir, that knowing the procedure is the main thing which we have to keep in the mind. After which I aligned myself in an environment which is provided in the SSB Sure Shot itself, sir. And we are having a very good academy with a very good environment with the friends I got. So that is the reason I means evolved myself with that particular mistakes and loopholes which I gradually kept on doing. So I recovered those particular points, and after which I kept on practicing those particular steps on those particular points. So like that, I prepared myself. Finally, I set my target, followed my routine, and finally went for SSP and did it.
Okay. 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 Tell me, during this period, naturally, once you are not able to make it 8 or 9 attempts, what
So,
you must have had some kind of backup option also. Do you have that?
right, sir. Right, sir. I have been into HIT Haldia, that is Haldia Institute of Technology, Haldia. So I had already been placed thrice over there. I had been rejecting the jobs just because I had the SSBs coming up. That is the reason I left those jobs. So those were the jobs which I had in my backup option. Still, I kept on motivating myself, kept on motivating to be in the forces. So that held me in that particular stiff position to practice regularly and keep myself going.
Okay, that's wonderful, Jana. And tell me very briefly what exactly inspired you for the armed forces.
So my inspiration to be in armed forces has been my father only, as he has been into armed forces since my birth. I have been seeing him as in armed forces, but I had in me that there is something lacking, as he was in OR, that is other ranks. So I had a feeling that what is the life that officers lead in armed forces, that kept in me, that went in my mind, and my father kept on motivating during all the time, and that kept me motivating, sir.
Okay, let me also tell you, Zana, and through you, all the young boys and girls who are listening to me, that,
So,
being a JSO or NCO or OR son oblique ward is actually a plus point, actually a very, very inspiring point. Why I will say that? I will give you facts and figures, boys and girls. It is 27% of the JSOs was children, boys and girls, they make it, by the way. And whereas it comes to officers, it is 6 to 7%. Look at this, the difference, about 6.5%. So
yes, sir.
if your father has been a JSO oblique NCO, it's my advice, because I have interviewed thousands of people, thousands of boys and girls. We like if the boy oblique the girl is inspired from his father. Second, if she or he is proud of his father, we like that.
Right.
If he's proud
Yes.
of, so what if he's an NCO? You know, NCOs do such wonderful job. JSOs do such a remarkable job because they did not have the kind of opportunity which you guys had. So they became a JSO. It's not a mean achievement. Okay? Okay, Jana,
So,
let's proceed further. Tell me, how did the uh, SSB Short Academy sort of, you came to know about it? What difference did it make in your selection? How was your
so,
experience as such? Yeah.
so coming up to SSB Sure Shot itself gave me a different environment where I got to know about the routines which they follow. So basically, the routines included the initial PPTG or the stage one itself, and after which we followed the normal procedure of psych and initial GTO tasks, which had been repeated time and again to prove ourselves that what are the mistakes that we are doing and what are the things that we are lacking in. So that is the way in which we developed ourselves, sir. And at the same time, we are also having some very good experts from SSBs of all over India, due to which I got my doubts cleared time and again. So I approached them, and means coincidentally, I also had an interview with you, sir. So I got my final loopholes, which I worked on in the previous few months, and finally I made it, sir.
Yes, Jana, I remember that. That interview must have been very special for you because I told you, Jana, you are going to make it. You remember that? So
Right?
how
Yes, sir.
was your reaction once I, put you in the category of that you are going to make it? So that I told you, and I really had put one question also to you, if you remember. I said, provided you reduce your weight. So I hope, how did you take it? You took it a little negatively or positively, and what impact did it have once I told you that you are going to make it in the SSB? Yeah.
So until that particular time, I got to know myself that the overconfidence was in me, and that is the thing which kept me stick to my those points which are actually wrong, sir. So that is the reason which I had to means make myself into particular track which was actually required, sir. So I got to know that I was lacking in some things, due to which you put me in the borderline case, and you also told that how to recover those points, like interacting with my friends and talking with them about the procedure and making my friend circle with those people having who are having those qualities in positive manner. So in that particular manner, I had the environment which was created by SSP Sure Shot itself, and regular practicing of those particular things helped me keep going. And coming up to the weight, sir, the weight was too high in my case. So the environment of SSB Sure Shot, again, the GTO task and the GTO ground which we are having is very good, sir, and due to which I kept practicing over there. Made my individual obstacle very good and GOR even. So that helped me making my fitness level onto particular track and also improve my performance in SSB, sir.
Okay. So, Jana, I would also like to know that how really did you prepare for your final ninth attempt? Was it any different than the normal attempts, or did you do anything special? Yeah.
So, sir, during this final attempt, I made my mind that इस बार तो कर लेते हैं, अगर नहीं किया तो मुंह दिखाने लायक नहीं रहेगा, ठीक है? So like this, I made my mindset. So I again came back to the academy itself to gather my friends and get into the recent batch which has come up. So I went on to that particular batch and revised my that course which I had done in the November itself. So that previous 5 days, the last 5 days of preparation actually helped me improve myself. I attended the final PPDT session twice and thrice. Then what I did was I got to experience the GTO task, learn to revise my concepts, the basic concepts which I was lacking some or the other way, though I had been in the coaching. So that I improved and I made my final mindset to get through this time, sir.
Okay. Okay, Jana, if I ask you, what will be your advice to the repeaters particularly? Because repeaters need this advice, because somehow I have seen numerous of the repeaters, in spite of having some good potential and good officer-like qualities, somewhere are not able to really make it. And they get left out somewhere on the borderline only. So what is your message for the repeaters particularly, and also for the freshers?
So basically, the repeaters are actually having the mindset of failing. The mindset of failing, which means that if I go somewhere wrong, what will happen? That self-doubt comes into play in that particular repeater. So as being a repeater 8 times, sir, what I got to know myself, it's that is that if you're thinking that having a self-doubt, that will in turn create a nervousness which will hamper your normal performance. So what I would suggest the particular repeaters, every repeater, either it is first time repeater or a 15th time repeater, if you're having a bold attitude, a lively mindset and a mentality to crack the SSB, you can certainly do it. Though you are having a repeater mindset, but just make sure that you are working on those loopholes. So the mistakes which you are doing, you should be aware. That is the self-awareness should be there into the minds of the repeaters. That is the ultimate thing that I would say to the repeaters.
Yeah, very, very well said, Ritik, Jana, very, very well said. And all the repeaters who are listening to me, boys and girls, I think he brought out a very fine point, because I have seen this happening many a times during my SSB interview. You know, if you are a repeater, let me tell you this, never undermine yourself. You know, have the same kind of confidence in you. You tend to feel a bit insecure. And in that insecurity and nervousness, either you tend to overperform or underperform. And the best solution for it, having a bold approach in life. Go in SSB in a very bold approach. Either you fail or pass, leave it to the God. And rather than focusing on the end result, rather than focusing on the result, focus on the process. You become process oriented, not result oriented. My dear repeaters, I think it's a good advice from Jana. I fully endorse it. And you repeaters have all the chance, because I myself have passed guys in the 8th attempt, 9th attempt. I remember a guy I passed in 11th attempt. So, and you know, you keep seeing such kind of news. Recently, I saw another video where a guy got selected in 21st attempt for the TA. Anyway, Zana, now tell me, what was the turning point of your life or in your preparation for SSB? What do you call is the turning point?
So the turning point of my SSBs would be, I would say that as I have been conference out time and again, sir. So even my juniors kept on asking कि भैया आप कब recommend होने वाले हो? इतना कुछ achieve तो कर लिया, recommend कब होने वाले हो? Let us get motivated from you. So that factor actually motivated me. So that question actually helped me keep going. That question actually helped me push up to my limits so that I could achieve this particular goal, sir. So that
Okay.
juniors or the peer group or the environment held me from the back. Even when I'm not preparing, they pushed me to prepare more. So that motivational mindset has been created by the environment itself, sir.
That's wonderful, Jana. And tell me, you have been a wonderful NCC cadet and you have gone to Russia also to represent India. And your NCC achievements are very, very, one can call it very prestigious, or one can be proud of these achievements. So, what is your advice to the NCC cadets? And what is your advice to the NCC entry candidates?
So, so NCC is a jackpot, I would say. NCC is certainly a jackpot for the defense aspirants, I would say, because if you get through in NCC from the NCC C certificate having the A grade, you'll certainly get into armed forces very easily without even qualifying the written examination, and you just need to qualify the direct entries. So coming up to my experience, sir, I have been in NCC during my school days itself, did my A certificate in Army Public School Barrackpur, after which I joined my college, wherein I had the NCC unit very far, 150 kilometers far from my college itself, sir. Though I joined and I kept on going in the weekends, I prepared myself focused to be in the Republic Day Camp 2017, which I have been into. After which I got myself adjudged by the Prime Minister itself as the All India Best Cadet. After which, what I did was I cleared the YP examination, and now itself I am wearing proudly the YP T-shirt, sir.
Oh, wonderful. Jana, I knew that's a great achievement. Okay, Jana, now we can invite the questions from our viewers. But before we proceed, let me tell you, I must tell my viewers that we in the SSB Short Short Academy are playing a very, very key role in your life. Not only ensuring that you get success in the SSB, we focus on your personality, as Jana has also brought out. It's a personality which matters, because let me tell you, if you have been part of the SSB Short Short Academy, not only will get a success in the SSB, but you'll be a success in your life. Because the whole procedure we have here is a fixed routine, where right from morning till 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock, lights out, you lead like an army person. More
Right.
importantly, you are not allowed to speak in Hindi. Other than English, you are not allowed to speak. And this routine sets you for the army. Focus is on making sure that you realize your shortcomings, your mistakes. That's what we do. And we help you how you overcome those mistakes. In fact, Jana was so impressed. He is working with us. He's here now for the last about, I think, 3 or 4 months. He's working here as an intern. In turn, he's inspiring the new guys who are coming to this academy. Boys and girls, please note, you can make use of this lockout period. We have opened up live classes. Me personally taking your live classes for 5 days, 2 hours each. I'm telling you, I promise that this will be a life-changing experience for you. Attend these 5 days. It's a negligible price. We are virtually working on no profit, no loss basis. Okay? So 5 days classes, you'll be lucky, and you'll see all those guys who are attending. Just take the feedback and you'll be surprised. Okay? Secondly, you have a great chance to take my personal interview. And of course, the psych test, which feedback I personally give to you. So you have 3 chances of interaction with me. Firstly, attend the 5 days course. Secondly, take the interview before you go for the SSB. Let me tell you, because I'm going to tell you where are you missing it. What are your shortcomings and how can you overcome that? Okay, you need a mentor in life to guide you for that. Okay. Third thing, you got to know what mistakes you are doing in the psychological test. Particularly repeaters, year after year, attempt after attempt, they fail mainly because in the psychological test without knowing what has gone wrong. Here, I will give you the feedback. Okay, guys, we are now taking your questions. If you have any questions, you can please ask me or Jana, whatever the case may be.
A person is asking, sir, that how to join the SSB Sure Shot, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Jana. I think you are a better place to answer that.
Right, sir. So candidates or aspirants, if you want to join the SSB Sure Shot, in that case, you just can log into our Insta ID or the Facebook or YouTube channel itself, where you can get the number, that is 6364052525, wherein you can just call and join into our SSB courses. So those SSB courses are provided online also and offline also. So rest of the stuffs would be taken care of by the customer handler itself.
Okay, Gokul is asking the question. I'm 24 years old. Can I continue my preparation? Yes. You know, there are different entries. There are 19 entries for the armed forces. There are entries up to 27 years. And let me tell you, one of the best entry which has just opened by this present government is for girls as well as for boys. Before that, it was not for the girls. Up to 42 years, you can apply for the TA. You can become an officer in the armed forces up to 24 years. Okay. How do you prepare for the psych test? Okay, boys and girls, firstly know the procedure. What happens? What is the psych procedure for? It's a projective technique, a technique to judge your subconscious mind, okay? Your habit mind, the habits which you form over a period of time, which comes out whenever you are given a situation. You are shown a picture. It's an indirect method of asking the question. The picture you are shown and you are writing it. It's the subconscious mind comes up. That's why it is called a projective technique. What you do, know the procedure. After that, practice about 5 sets. Okay? Don't listen to the people misguided kind of information that you got to be positive. You know, that creates a kind of vacuum in your mind. So practice and you will be able to do. Jana, see if there are any questions.
Yes, sir. A person said that his percentages are depreciating from 80% to 70%, and he is worried that it is going to be a negative impact. So,
Okay. Okay, Jana, you can read in the time, meantime the second question also. If any question you want me to answer, I will answer. Yes, this question is very good. Boys and girls, let me tell you, your academic performance does play a part. Does play a part. But don't consider that if you got from 80 to 70%, no big deal, yeah. I am, 56% in your 12th class, 62% in your 10th, and 45% in your BA. I am sitting in front of you. So it depends overall how you present. Ultimately, SSB is a personality-based test, not a knowledge-based test. Yes, we will question you. Why the hell did you get the less percentage? You should be able to justify it. And 70% is reasonably good percentage. Why are you thinking it is a less percentage? Okay, please don't think so. And you can say that you were in outdoor games or you had pursuits of hobbies, etc. Okay, so you will be asked the question, but it's not a demoralizing factor. Don't feel guilty about it. Whatever has happened, happened. Okay. Any other question, Jana?
uh, a person, Abhi8700, is asking, if a person has not any achievement in sports, he is only play sports for enjoyment, not participated in any team. Are chances of recommendations for that person?
Okay, whoever has asked this question, yes, your chances are still bright. Let me tell you, boys and girls, let me make it very clear. Outdoor games, adventure activities, etc., they do matter. Because armed forces is definitely an entirely outdoor affair. Okay? But at the same time, it is not a binding factor. Don't think it is a shortcoming in you. If you are playing some game even without any achievement in that game, it's good enough, provided you have been part of the team, etc. Even if you do cycling, you do some adventure trekking, or you have played one odd game without being awarded for it, doesn't matter. Don't get worked up on that. Okay? Even if you play without any, write down football, leave the column where you have got the prize or this thing. Leave that column at least, but have the knowledge of football. Play it. If you have not played, I mean, you can learn volleyball. That's why we make sure in SSB Short Shot Academy, everybody has to play volleyball. We make you, try and make you expert in volleyball. We try and give you so much of practice. You can ask Jana, he used to practice a lot. So likewise, you pick up some game. It does matter. but it's not a binding factor that without games you cannot pass. Okay. Any other good question, Jana?
So, ma'am is asking what is the age limit of SSB?
Okay, that's 27 years as far as the technical entries are concerned, and various entries for education law is concerned. But as far as the entry for TA is concerned, it's up to 42, whether you are single, married, with children, without children. Can you believe you can uh, up till the time you are 42 years? It's a great opportunity. Any other question?
So we can say,
Yeah.
what what would happen if the person gets nervous out during the GTO task or the command task?
Okay, boys and girls, nervousness, anxiety, getting under tension is a normal thing which do takes place. But the problem is where you know that the time, the moment your nervousness, your tension overtakes you. You know, if somebody says that he was not nervous in the SSB, he's lying. You can ask Jana. Everybody is a bit nervous. I had gone, I was also a bit nervous. But the thing is, your nervousness is but natural. In fact, it's to an extent good, by the way. You guys may not be knowing. Because when you are a bit tense, when you have an anxiety, your blood circulation goes faster. Blood reaches to your mind. You can think faster. But the moment your anxiety overtakes you, it goes beyond your control, then there is a problem. Then you will not be able to think. So, guys and girls and boys, think that nervousness, a bit of it is natural, but let it remain under your control. For that, again, every day you should do something to enhance your poise, your self-confidence. Okay, how you can improve your self-confidence, that's also a technique. In the next meeting somehow I'm going to make a video on that. You will hear me how you guys can do that. Yes, Jana, any other question? Either you can answer or I
A
will be
person
able
is
to answer.
asked about the online SSB course or the psych and interview. How is the feedback given? That is a
Okay,
person is asking.
guys, can you believe when I interview you, the interview goes on for a good about an hour and a half. Oh my God, you will never get such an opportunity. I love interacting with the youth. I love bringing them to the right track. You know, I love finding your talent, also finding your weaknesses and giving you the right advice. So I will personally interview you. I will virtually, my interviews are an x-ray of your personality, an x-ray of your personality. Okay? And thereafter, your psych test are thoroughly analyzed, and then I personally give you feedback. Okay? It is that kind of thing. Till the time I can manage the load, entire thing is handled by me, whichever you have opted for. Okay? So your online classes are personally taken by me. So you have a great opportunity. Our online classes are 3 times in a month, 2nd to 6, 12 to 16, 22nd to 26. It's 5 days continuous. Okay, in the morning from 8 to 10. What a golden opportunity. Don't miss it. Okay, yeah.
So a person is also asking about the discounts we provide, sir.
Okay. Now online classes we are doing it at 50% because of the coronavirus. It's a service to the nation. Can you believe we have reduced the price to half from 3,600? It is throwaway price of 1,800. Even we have reduced our interview price and your what do you call that? Your site price. And for poor children, we do a lot of service for them. Can you believe their fee is here also? If they come, it's a 40% reduction, but they have to give the below poverty line certificate. So that's how we serve the youth of the country. And we trying to ensure that armed forces, which has a deficiency of about 9,000 officers, we are going to play our role, contribute our bit to ensure that this is done. Boys and girls, now before we switch off, I know your question and answers are being noted by me. I will cover them on 18th. 18th, I'm again in front of you. Please meet me at on 18th at 7 o'clock. I will be live on YouTube. Please check it out and be with me, and I'm going to answer all your questions. Okay, I think with this we conclude this, and thank you very much. and it was a wonderful session with a young lot of our country. Very energetic youth. Yeah. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, sir.
Thank you, Jana, and thank you all those guys who are listening to me. Thank you so much. And looking forward to meet you very shortly on 18th. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Have a good day.